Students who are in the online, am I audible, students? Students, those who says good evening. I am also saying good evening. Online students, am I audible, students? All of you to respond. Okay. So let's start the discussion. We'll move to the further. So up to so far, we had a discussion related to underwoops, classes, syntax of a class. Last class we already started with class name, instance method we completed, class method, class level method also we did. And when we go forward, static method. And before that, let me show you one more example on that area. Let me move to the further cases now. Here, go to PyCharm once and observe it. Close this project. Go to 6 p.m. Whoops now. So I'll go to the further. Last class, we have seen about instance method, all those things we have seen about it. And you have seen the class method, how we called that entire class method and all those stuff. And it is a time to see to go for one more small approach. I said last class, if you look at the types of methods, if you see, which I was written in the class, types of methods in the class. When you come to the class level method, there I mentioned it in the classroom. Syntax for accessing class level method. With respect to class name, we got it. With respect to class level data member, CLS I called. With respect to object name also. With respect to what? Self I want to show you now. Regarding the CLS I said already. Regarding the self also I said already. So let me move to the further about our discussion now. So here I am going to talk about. So Krishna, screening test questions when you will upload, sir. So whenever I feel that you are ready to do, that time I will upload. Okay now. So first you read my notes. So coming to the point 2, the subject here. Instance method, which I was already taken up. Instance method example 2. This was the discussion I made it already in the class. This was the discussion I already made in the class. This part I'm going to take up and I'll use the class level method here. Let me take up one example with a combination of class level and instance method. Class level instance method example 1.py. Class level instance method example 1.py. There I'm writing it. There I'm trying to take it. There I'm trying to take up here one kind of class. Class, I'll say student. In the class student, I'll take one method. Class method I will take it. Class method I'm taking. DEF I'm taking. Class level method example 1, class level method example 2 I took it. There are two methods are available. The two methods I will take it. Up to here I will take it. Please be careful in understanding this question. This I am writing it. This is a course. One more class level method I will take it. At the rate class method I will take. Class method I will take. So here I am going to say. So Aditya, sir, can you do full screen? I'm in full screen only. I'm in full screen only. Take care at your side, students. So here next one I will go to. This method also I will take it. This method also I will take it. This also I will take up. two class level methods I am taking. Two class level methods I took it. Here also I am taking. Here I am taking. Uname is also called what? Uname is also called which level data member? Class level data member. As usual, I will take it. This method, which is already there with us, class level method. There is an instance method example to this part I will carry. This part I will carry in this place. Here, I'm taking up class get courses or get course CRS and plus get uname, that is university name, and read student data, remove that. Now I'm going to take up, coming to this place, read student data, display student data. What are the data I'm reading for the student? Number, name, marks. That number, name, marks also I am printing. Along with that, what I want to print? University name, course also I want to print. Class level methods also there. Instance methods are also there in my class. Now students, I am going to enter into the main program. Main program I am going to take it. What is the main program? S is equal to S1 is equal to student of S2 is equal to what now? Student of. Two objects are created. Content of S1 and S2. S1 dot underscore dict. Next S2 dot underscore dict. Try to run this now. So having empty content is there. Now I want to fill the content. I want to read the data. How do you read the data? S1 dot read student data. Yes. S2 dot read student data again. I need to pass here first. I need to pass here what? Second I will pass it. And I will display the data also. If you want to display the data, I can display these values once again like this. Carefully try to follow. So here number is 100, RS 2.3, TR having something like this. Here I'm going to get it 100, RS, say something like 3.4. Number is 200, next TR. So something like, 2.4. So I got my data in the form of dictionary. This data I want to display. How do you display this data? Instead of saying that, you go for displaying as what? Come on, S1 dot display student data of what year? First I will go for it. Next S2 dot what now? Display student data of what now? Second. So try to run this now. This data, beginning it is empty. I'm saying 100 here, something like RS 3.4, 200, TR 4.5. So I got my data. First object information, second object information. Along with that, now, I want to go for printing uname and what also? CRS also I want to print. Along with this, I want to print uname and what? CRS also I want to print. So how we can go for this CRS and then uname? How can you go for this uname and etc.? How can you go for adding? So I want to go for printing that. How can I print it? Tell me. The ways which I already said. First way is, suppose if I write it here, print of what? /t, student, who is this? Course, student course is equal to dot format of what? Self dot, come on. CRS, self dot CRS, print of what? /t. What is this now? Student university, student university, colon, will say that dot format of what? Self dot what? Uname. Actually, uname and CRS are called what actually? Class level. But how I am calling with self? You can call with respect to what also? Student dot. You can call even student dot. Student dot. You will get error now. Error executed. Don't look for redundant line. Come on. Error output. 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 Hmm. Output. Why red underline not there? You will always believe red underline, green underline. So it is an error. Why? Because you did not call this methods anywhere. How can you expect that it is going to be? So it is going to be an error. So try to run this. It is an error during running time. During running time. So 3.4, 200 and TR and say here 4.5 error. Attribute error, object has no attribute called CRS. Then how can I do it? Even if I write self also, you can get it. Class level data member, you can write self also. Class level data member, you can access with respect to self also, no issue. Let us run this now. See that 100 RS 4.5, 200 and something like RT and 4.5 error. Error. CRS is not there. Other data coming, but CRS is an error. So how can I sort it out? So this to be sorted out in multiple ways. Number one, which I already said to you. Before that, you call it as what? Student dot, student dot get what? Course. That course, that last class only I was covered. That course CLS dot get uname. One class level method can call another class level method. Last class only I was addressed. Now you can access. Now you can access. Try to run it. Understand 100 RS and 3.4 and say 400 something like RH and 7.8. See the answer. Got it. Got it or not? Finally, we got the answer. Finally, we got the answer. So coming to this place, students, you try to join on time to the class. If you going on joining whenever you like it, it's a problem for me. Whenever I log the meeting, you are almost out of order only. So this app is going to make us to give you problem of this joining, that window is is displaying on the screen. So disturbance. Try to learn how to join on the class. So here I wrote what? Self dot student dot I wrote it. Anything you can write it. Even you can write it what? But you should not write what? CLS, because CLS is not a formal parameter. CLS is a parameter in this methods. So you cannot call it. You have to write either self or class name only. So either if you want, you can write like this. If you want, you can write even self also. Now the point is, now you have seen the result. Now this student I am removing. From where I want to do. Last class I said through object name I said. Even you can write it here what? S1 dot what? Get what? Course. We are calling with respect to object name. Try to run this now. Try to run. Say here 100 KVR. Say here 11.11. Say some 200 RS. Something like 55.55. Got the data. Are you following this? This is called something like this. Now I'm going to enter into the further. Now I'm going to enter into called with respect to object. You can call with respect to object. You can call with respect to class name. You can call with respect to CLS. Now I'm going to show with self. So coming to the point of it, the moment when you read S1 dot this one, the moment when you go for displaying, in the display, I will call which method? Get courses I will call. How do you call get courses? You can call, come on, student dot what? get a CRS. What is this now? Calling class level method from class level method with respect to what name? Class name from which method? Instance method. From instance method. I hope you are getting it. Try to run this now. See the data 100 RS and say 2.3. Number is called 200. Name is called something TR and say 4.5. Got the data. Are you able to understand? This is the way how I was called. How I was called here. It is called by using what? By using class name. By using class name, I called it. By using class name. Now I'm going to say instead of that, you can call with respect to object name. What is an object? S1 object, S2 object representative is what? Self. I can write here what? Self dot. Finally, calling class level method with respect to what? Self. Self. From which method? Instance method. Let us run this code. See that 200 RS 5.6 and number 400 and say this is called a TR and say 6.9 got the data. So these many ways are there to get the values. So if we go to that, class level method can be called with respect to class name dot, CLS dot, object name dot, self dot. మనకి ఇవన్నీ వద్దు సార్, మనకు ఒకటే ఒక రూల్ కావాలి with respect to class name. So I don't want all these rules. I want only one rule, that is called a class name. We don't want all the rules, only one rule, that is called class name rule. Other things, if you are want to become multi-talented, you go for this many things, right? So to go to your home, multiple routes are there. One way traffic jam, another route I will go. I don't know other routes, only one route I will go. Understand? So are you multi-talented or single talented? Multi-talented. Can I ask one question? So coming to the point back, multi-talented, but subject or not, I have to check. That is the one thing important. So now I will go for further. So CLS. So CLS is one of the I written already into that. Now I am entering into which method? Static method. Clear up? Are you getting whoops? These whoops is whoops or is whoops? You are getting knowledge. Getting knowledge. Good. Now, online students, I hope you are comfortable. So shall I move to the further? Students, are you getting me? Are you getting me? Answer my question. Are you getting me? All of you answer it. So Barik is asking. Barik is asking. Please, anyone can share me Google Classroom code is asking. So coming to the point back. Now I am entering into the further. Go to the place. Now I am going to take up further static method. I am going to introduce. So take care. Now I am going to the static method. Very, very important. See, to discuss class itself, how many days, how many things coming to the syntax. Here, class level data member, instance method, and at the rate class method. What is this at the rate class method? Decorator. What is the decorator? Decorator additional. Decorator is a function which will provide additional processing capability to the normal function. You will take only tail and you will just pulling the tail. If tail will come out means you will get problem. Function, a decorator is a function which will provide additional processing capability to the normal function. That is answer. Additional, what is that additional? Additional theta, what is that? Try to do something, students. So coming to the point of it. So Krishna, while listening is okay, but execution is ... But what I am doing while explaining, while executing, all the round century only. Correct? Like that. So, which will provide additional processing capability. Which will provide additional processing capability. Which will provide additional processing capability, the normal function. Seema is good. That means she is saying the answer for decorator, which will provide additional functional capability to the normal function. So this is the class level method. Now I'm going for what? Static method. There I will tell you what? Static method to static method, static to static, static to static, static method calling static method. Next, instance method calling static method, class method calling static method. These combinations. Already these combinations explained. Instance to instance you have seen. Instance to class you have seen. Class to instance you have seen. Class to class you have seen. Like that, static to static, all combinations. Finally, all these combinations will give much burden for you. That's why whoops is whoops. So that's why students, subject should learn very well. So let us go to the static method. So let us start in a simple way. Go to this place, new Python file, static method, example1.py. Slowly I will explain, try to get it. Program for demonstrating need of which method? Static method. Okay. Now I'll go to further. Static method example1.py. Now students, class, be careful. Employee, class employee, colon pass. Employee. What is employee? Class name. Every class name in Python is called what? What is that? Object. Every class name in Python is object. Every class name in Python is called a dash. What is that? Correct. Correct. Tell me. Huh? Module. Every class name is module. Module is a collection of global variables, function names, class name. By seeing your answer, I'm getting in night time also I'll sometimes remember. These people are saying what is class name is a module. Every class name is saying object. By seeing your things, I'm getting tension first of all. How you can go to interview. Every class name, I'll open my concept here. My notes is a big weapon for you. Go to the place here, class concept. In Python programming, all class names are treated as programmer defined data types. Every class name is an object. By using class names, we can create an object. Class names are not modules. Module is a collection of global variables, function names, and then what? Class names. So class names inside the module are module will contain class name or class name contain module. Module contains class name. Suppose if you don't know answer, give the note. Please read these notes. In this answer you will find. So come to the point of it. Students, please don't answer wrong. And you are telling my answers to me wrong answers. Really painful. Now I'll take it. Class employee. What is employee? Class name. Class name. Okay, now, right. Now I'll go to the further class called student. Class called student. An application can contain multiple classes. Now, class called teacher. Class called teacher. Pass. Pass. Now I'm going to the main program. Main program. What I'll do there? When you define a class, what is not created? When you define a class, memory space is not created for data members and methods. Students, when we define a class, there is no memory space is created for data members and methods. But whose memory space is created when we create an object with respect to class name? ఎంత బ్రహ్మాండంగా రాశాను అక్కడ. బ్యూటిఫుల్ సెంటెన్సెస్. సో వాట్ స్టూడెంట్స్? సో ఈఓ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎంప్లాయీ. ఈఓ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎంప్లాయీ. SO is equal to student. Student. TO is equal to teacher. Teacher of. What is this EO, SO, TO are objects with different IDs. What is their content? Empty. Now I need to read the data for every object. So I'll go to the respective classes. I'll go to the respective classes. Inside of that class, I will go for what? I'll go for what? DEF. Read EMP data. Read EMP data. Self.envo. Self.envo is equal to int of. Self.envo is equal to int of enter. Enter employee number. Enter employee number. Self.ename. Self.ename is equal to. Self.ename is equal to. I'll write it. Input of enter employee name. Enter employee name. Enter employee name. Next I will go for what? Self.sal is equal to float of what? Input of enter. What is this now? \t. Enter employee salary. Enter employee salary. Done. This is about reading employee data. Similarly, I'll go for what? Student also I will go for it. Student of, inside of that, I'll write it. What I will do inside? Read, D of read, read, STUD data, STUD data of self. Here I will take up a simple mechanism I will carry. SNO, enter student number, enter student number, and S name I will take it and enter student name. This I am going to take it. Student name I'm just taking. Just leave this part. Two details are enough. Next I'm going to write it. Teacher details also I'm taking. What is the DE of? What is this now? Read teacher data. Read teacher data of like this. There I'm writing teacher number. Teacher number I'm taking. Teacher number I'm taking. Teacher name I'm taking. Teacher name I'm taking. Teacher name I'm taking. And next is called what? Teacher subject I will take it. Teacher subject I will take it. Teacher subject. This I will take it. Subject means str type. And next self dot experience I will take it. That is float or int, whatever you like it. Input of enter. What is this now? Teacher experience. So I'll go to this place. Here I'm writing enter what? Teacher experience. So I'm writing here experience. I will write it. Done. This is my data, which is having completely. How many objects are created? Class, student, teacher, employee, teacher, like this. If I print this data, print EO dot, what is this now? Underscore underscore dig, print of what? SO dot, underscore underscore dig, print of what? TO dot, underscore underscore dig. The same thing if I write in the beginning, it is going to print what now? Empty. Empty, not of before, not there. After that. That is after that. Here I am writing this. If I write after this, if I write it. Next I will call what? EO dot get what? Read. Sorry. Read what data? Read which data? Data. Next is called what? SO dot what? Read which data? Student data. Next after that, TO dot read what? This one. So this is the data what we are getting it. At the end of it or at the beginning of it, say some small line, students, for just a separation for you. For just a separation for you. Just I am taking something like here also I need. Here also I need. Here also. Let us run this and this data, you keep it here. Done. Try to run this now. Enter. Just try to close once and then try to run this. What happens? Okay, students, try to run this now. This now. The beginning empty. Number is 100. It's like this. Salary is called 4.5 and student number is called 300. Something like, RT, and says teacher number is called 200 and next is called what, KVR, and next is called Python and Python and say something like 2. So you are getting the employee number, employee name. There is of course, I need to write what? SNO. By mistake, it was there ESNO. I'll just change that and you are getting that. So students, if we come to this place, here, I got this data and I printed this data. Nice. But next stage is I want to display. For reading the student data, I written separately here. For reading student data, written separately. For employee data, separately. For teacher data, separately. My interest is, you have seen the testing process here. Done. Okay. And you have seen after reading the data also you have seen. Now I want to display the data. Read the data for different objects. Yes, you read the data. Now my interest is what? Display the data of different objects. Now to display the data of different objects of which classes? Different classes. What is the solution, you tell me? To read the data of different objects, what is the solution, you tell me? What is the solution? ఏం చేస్తారా మీరు ఇంటికెళ్ళి? You see that to display the data of different object, you need to write one display data or not? Here, display data. I need to write it. Method 1, you see that this is a display data, read data. So I need to do what? If I go to that, I need to display. So I need to do what? In employee, I need to write what? DEF display which data? Employee data. I need to write how many lines? 3 lines I need to write it. 3 lines. I need to write 3 lines. Why 3 lines? 3 values are there. 3 times I need to write the 3 displays. 3 displays. Okay, now. Next, here also I need to do what? Again, I need to go what here? DEF display which data? Student data. Again, I need to write how many lines? 2 lines I will write it. 2 times I will write number to display, name to display. Under teacher, what I need to do? DEF display teacher data. I need to write how many lines? 4 lines. Is it not my time waste? What is my concept here? What is my concept? 3 lines, 2 lines, 4 lines. It's a big mess for me. I don't want to go for Vamsi Krishna is saying. He's almost out of order. Inheritance is saying. So first of all, what is inheritance? Your knowledge is virus. You don't try to put it here. Where is the inheritance here? First of all, inheritance is what? What you are saying here? Completely blunder. You are out of order. Where is inheritance? Where is the concept? This is his Java knowledge. That is his Java knowledge. He is applying here. Completely blunder. It is nowhere else related to inheritance. If I leave that guy, he will go out of order. Waste. So go to the place. I can leave him, but he will say inheritance tomorrow in interview. They will ask, who is your faculty? It will come on me. Actually, I did not introduce inheritance at all. Waste knowledge. So coming to the point of it, here I need to write it. So coming to the point of it. So MD Shahid. So they don't know Java. 100% they don't know. Who said that you know Java? You bring one Java candidate in front of me. I'll ask 60 questions, not even one question asked. They won't answer one question also. So don't try to put your own answer, inheritance and all. That's a blunder. Vamsi Krishna, are you getting? Vamsi, now who is that? Vamsi. Take care and listen carefully. Don't try to put your old virus knowledge here. Listen, Python is different. I don't know about your Java talent. Carefully follow. So because I don't want to train you wrong direction, and don't feel that you know something about your Java and don't put it across here. It's a blunder. Right. Follow me. What is inheritance? I will introduce. That time you will become a master. Don't apply your old knowledge. So here, this is the data. This is the data. I wrote 3 lines. It is called waste of my time. Again 2 lines, waste of the time. Again 4 lines, waste of the time. So if I have 100 objects, 100 display functions I need, right? Is it not my time waste? Calculator. Calculator for software engineer, 1 calculator. Businessman, 1 calculator. And scientist, 1 calculator. Do you have separate calculators? We have same calculator now. So if I buy scientific calculator, which is applicable for all the people, correct or not? So what it is called? 1 calculator for all of them. Here what? 1 method for all the objects of all classes. That is called what? Static method. 1 method for all the objects of all classes. Multiple objects of same class, common operation is what? Class level method. Multiple objects of different classes of same operation, static method. Multiple objects of same class, same operation on object, class level method. Multiple objects of different classes, operation, static method. Understand? Generally, Me Seva centers in India. Me Seva centers in India or in Telangana, Telugu states. I don't know other states what will be there. Me Seva centers in Telugu states. You can pay telephone bill. You can pay your property tax. You can file your income tax. You can pay all utility bills over there. What it is that? It is one in all services will be provided. When Me Seva centers are not there, electricity bill to be paid in electricity office. Correct? Telephone bill to be paid in telephone bill. Property tax to be paid in GHMC. Different bills in different places. What that is called? All property tax payers need to go to one office. That is called what? Class level. But here what is happening? All sorts of bills can be paid in one place only. It is called what? Universal bill collecting is called static method. Understand? Simple. So coming to the point. So I don't want to define this method. 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 So coming to the point back, here I'm going to write it. Here I'm going to write it. So coming to the point of it, here I'm going to write it. Now I'm going to enter into this place. Read EMP data. Now I want to display. Display the data of different objects of different classes by using what? By using single method. By using single method called what? Static method. Did you understand? What is the static method now? Static method purpose is to perform different operations on different object by writing single definition. This method will display employee data, book data, teacher data, student data, any person data it can display. How many methods? One method. What is that method is called? Static method. Static method. Such a static method I want to define. How many methods? Three. Instance method, class level method. You are doing your own operation on your object. It is called what? Instance method. You will read by yourself in the home. What operation it is? Class. When you read the notes, other will get Java. When you read the notes by yourself, it is called which method? Instance method. If I read the notes and if I explain in the class, it is called what? For all the objects of same class, SAR will read and SAR will explain. That is called what? Class level method. But it is not for other class people. It is only for this class people only. Clear? If Rosam read and he will tell to everybody, that is called what? Static method. Okay, now. So don't tell this example. Particular operations on objects are called instance. Operations on the objects of same class is called class level. Operations on all objects of different classes is called static method. That's all. So go to the single method I am defining. So I will define a separate class. Separate class I am defining. Static method is not yours, not mine, not somebody's. It is a separate. It is a separate class HYD. HYD. Under that, I want to define a static method. How do you recognize it is an instance method? By seeing the self as a parameter. How do you recognize it is a class level method? CLS కాదు ముద్దుబాబులో decorator. Decorator. When you write CLS without class method, that is called what? Instance method only. చెప్పాను కదా నేను ఆల్రెడీ మీరంతా see method. I am writing something like method. I am writing something like get vals. I can write in place of CLS, I can write KVR, I said or not? In place of KVR, I can write CLS, no problem. This is called instance method only. By seeing that CLS, it is not going to be a class level method. By seeing what? Decorator, then you will come to know what? Class level method. So come to the point of it. How do you recognize it is a static method? By using the decorator called what? Static method. D of display obj info. Display obj info. Display object info. So still Yarla Uday, he is joining now. He is waiting in the room. So still Kamalakar is joined. So still what they will understand, I don't know. So here it is not taking anything. Now I'll keep a question mark there and I'll say pass. If it may take, it may not take the parameter, just I put a pass. Static method will not take CLS, will not take self, will take some parameter which is not object of same class, which is some other object it will take. Because it is for what? Global operation, utility operation, universal operation. How do you call static method? Generally, like a class level method only. Which class it belongs to? HYD. How do you call it? HYD dot, what is this now? Display object info. Calling, what is this method? Static method. Static method by using calling static method by using what name? Class name. I will take up there HYD dot display OB info. I will pass EO. EO. What is EO? Object of employee. Next I will call it what? Next I will call it what? Next I will pass it what? SO. SO. Next I will pass it what? TO. To the Me Seva Center, one person is going for what? Tax paying. Another person is going for what? Property tax paying. Income tax paying. Property tax paying. Applying for what? Bus pass. These are all called what? Different object applying for different services. Now, here I am passing what? parameters like arguments I'm passing, definitely I need to take one parameter or not. What I'm taking? OBJ. What is this OBJ contains first time? EO. What is the type of EO? Hmm? What is the type of EO? Huh? Dicta. EO. ముద్దు బాబులు చూడండి అక్కడ ఎంప్లాయీ. మీకు ఏం అర్థమైనట్లేదు అసలు. L1 is equal to what? List. What is L1? Object of what type? What is EO? Of which type? What is SO? Of which type? What is TO? Of which type? Simple. Simple. A is equal to 10. What is A type? Int. Simple. So, మీకు అన్నీ తెలుసు, అవసరానికి ఏది గుర్తురాదు, అది ఒక శాపం అది. సో కమ్ టు ద పాయింట్. దానికి ఏం చేయాలి? వాట్ టు డూ? రీడింగ్ 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 రీడింగ్. సో దట్ విల్ గో. You know everything, but on time you'll get a problem. Come to the point of it. HYD dot display OBJ info. Go to the place. Now I want to display. Which data this is called? Which data you are? Let me pass another parameter. Which parameter it is? Employee. Employee. Which data this is? Student. 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 Now only I am writing. What is this? TO is called teacher. Here I will take it what? OBJ. And what is this now? OBJ info. OBJ info. Come on now. I want to print the data. What is that? First, what is coming? EO. Present in where? OBJ. Which OBJ coming? Employee data, then student data, like that. You want to print it on? You can print. I am from which method? Static method. I am from static method. I'm saying from static method. You say this one. End of that static method. See students, print of OBJ dot. How do you print the data? OBJ dot underscore underscore dict. Underscore underscore dict. How do you print that OBJ type? How do you print that OBJ type? Huh? Type of what? OBJ dot underscore underscore dict. Name print of the Madhubavula dict. But I want to print what? Object type. OBJ type. OBJ inside data type now. OBJ type. That's all. If you want to write it, మళ్ళా రాస్తాను అక్కడ. మీరు చెప్పారు కదా, OBJ dot underscore underscore what? Dict type. Data printing. OBJ type I am printing. Inside of OBJ what is present, that also I am printing. This will print what? Data of employee. This will print what? Underscore underscore main underscore underscore dot employee will print. Why that underscore underscore main? It is by default present in the current main program only. Are you following? That is called automatically treated as a current class module name. Before any class, what will present? Module will present. But here no module I am using it. So that you don't worry. From main program that is coming, it will print underscore underscore main underscore dot what? Your class name will print. Let me run it. నేర్చుకోండి, చదువుకోండి రండి కొద్దిగా. RS and say 2.3, say 200, name like this, teacher 300, some ABC, subject is Java, and experience is 2. See the data. I am from static method. Data printed. Type of that underscore underscore main dot what? Employee. Class what? Dict. So clearly printed. What is this is now? Static method. What is this is called? Data. Data of that is what? Student. Inside the student, what is available? Dict. Static method again, passing 4 values, main, teacher, and under that, what is printed? Dict. Oops is not a joke. Oops is very simple in Python. In Java, people are completing Java, but oops of Python, Java is generally different from academics. So come to the point of it. Anyhow, I don't want to make you to fear also. Coming to the point of it, run this code. Now I want to print the data. How do you print the data now? How do you print the data now? Print of, I am saying that like this 50. There I want to print of what? Object information. Employee information. Where is this student is present in? Employee. Present in where? OBJ info. Dot format of what? OBJ info. OBJ info. Print of what? Star 50. Star 50. Done. Star 50. Done. So now I want to print the data. How do you print the data now? I want to print the data. How do you print the data? Tell me. Come on. For key comma value. Good. In OBJ dot underscore dict dot items. Already I said this point. I already said in the instance method part only. Okay. Print of what? \t value I'm printing, and I'm printing that dot format of k comma value. Beautiful. Run this. Beautiful. Done. 100 RS. So 6.7, 200 ER, and say next is called 400, and next is called something like WQ, and next is called C, and next is called 4. So got the data perfectly. Employee information, student information, teacher information. Are you following this? Any kind of data printed like this. I have different people's data that is printed by what? Single static method. This is called which method? One method is dealt with what? One method is printing any type of object data. How I called with? Static method called with respect to what name? Last name. This is one rule. Second rule I want to tell you. Second part I want to tell you. Online students, is it clear? So Tulasi is asking, what is underscore main underscore? This is coming from which program? Main program that we least bother about it. This is coming from the main entry. That's why it is going to put it as what? Underscore what? Main dot what? Main dot what? Employee. Suppose if I go to somewhere else, they will think what? Underscore what? HYD underscore dot KVR. What is this HYD dot? By default, they are taken as HYD is the present name that will be taken. That is called default module name of our present class. Default module name of our present class. Are you okay? Fine. Okay, ma'am. So let's see. Now I'm going to enter. Suppose if you have different modules, then what to do, sir? Adi kuda cheppa sir. Classes with modules, I will tell you. Ide ardham kala. Modules with. I'll tell that also. Follow. Why saying that serious sir? So look at carefully. It's very simple. Feel it as a very simple. Now I'm good. Employee class is separate. Student class is separate. Teacher class is separate. I will bring all of them in one place. Different modules I will take it. That time how it is. I want to show you that. Now, Let us move to the further. You want to see that? Okay. See, I'll take class employee. Look at. Actually, I want to complete EMP dot py. There I am writing. What is this class? What is this now? EMP dot py. What is this now? File name and what now? Module name. Okay. Next, I will take it as what? Go to that. What is the next term? Student. Go to this place. Here I am writing student dot py. Student dot py. Student dot py. I'll take my class. What is this student dot py? File name and what? Module name. Okay. Next, I'll go to what? Teacher. Teacher. I'll take it as. So I'll take it as what T dot py. T dot py. Dot py. This one I am taking it as what? File name and what next? Module name. Well, go to this place. I'm going to carry this entire thing. Go to this place. Static method example 2. Static method example 2. Static method example 2 dot py. Paste it. Static method example 2 dot py. This I don't write it. I don't write this entire thing. I wrote only one thing, static method example 2. Employee error, student error, teacher error, everything error. Then how do you solve? Employee class, student class, teacher class. When I wrote L1 is equal to list when I wrote it, I did not get any error. Why? List class by default present in which module? Built-ins. Built-ins module by default imported to every Python program. But other modules will not import. How to import? I said already in the class, simple, come on, come on, from employee, see, the moment when I go for it, from where? EMP, import, what? Employee. The moment I write this red line gone, still student is there. Come on, fast, next, from where? Student, import what? Student. Don't get confused. This student and this student same or different? Different. What is the student? Class name. What is this student? Module name. Module name. Next what? Teacher. Come on. From T. Import. Teacher. Teacher. Also gone. Read method. Okay. Execute. See students. Run. Say. Employee number 200. Say something like, RS. TR 5.6. Student number 300. Name. ROM. Teacher number 300. 400. 400. And teacher name Tulasi. So subject Java. Experience 2 years. What is happening? Data is coming. Data is coming. Are you following that? If you want to print that part, which one is that? If you want to print off, what is that? Type of what? OBJ. Type of OBJ. Try to see once. See that. RS 3.4. 200. 200. Now say something like RS. Okay. RST. So 400. Say something like Anil. Next is called a subject. Social studies. Social. Social antena? Social. Yedo ఒకటి. SOC. Because when you are in field of programming, spellings, no need. English I don't want. So experience is called 3. See that What is printed here? emp.employee, student.student, t.teacher. What is the t? Student and etc. Modules. Underscore main is called what? Default module of my own class is called present program. Present program module is called underscore main. Yesterday you asked, understood? This is subject. Suppose if I ask this question, what you will answer? What is the default module for predefined classes of a list, tuple, etc. Built-ins? Like that programmer defined class by default, what is the module name? Underscore main underscore. So to show you such a small point, how much knowledge must be there. So already student faculty should have the knowledge already to be worked in the projects. Then only that knowledge will come. Tulasi, did you understand, ma? So I shown you earlier underscore main underscore now. So Tulasi got it. Such a small doubt require this much of coding. If I say it is called like that, if anybody says, I don't want to believe that, even I don't tell in interview also. That's why teacher should have a lot of patience to explain like that. That's why even if you get 90 years also, your career is safe. You don't want to teach practically this subject, will be out of order. Are you following? Now I'll be moved to the further. This is about static method is done. One more thing I want to go for it. So this you have seen the object type, that I am taking it off. Next I am going to enter into the further. To go for the first one only. Okay, now next how I am calling my static methods by using what name? Class name. Call this static method example 3.py. 3.py I am going to take it. 3.py. 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 So first of all, what is the use of static method? To perform universal operations, utility operations it will perform. Done. 3.py. I'm going to take up static method can be called even with respect to object name also. Object name, because it is common for all the objects. So what you will do? Go to h is equal to what? HYD. Say called with respect to what name? Object name. Here also I'll write what name? Object name. I can say just okay, object name you create and I can say, but whether you will create or not, I don't know. But for my satisfaction, I will show you. Whether you will practice or not, I don't mind. But as a teacher, I want to tell everything in the class by typing by myself. So that if any lazy persons are there, at least they can watch here. So run this code and see the answer 100 RS and say 3.4, 3.4 and the next student number 400, something like I'll say Lata. So here it is called teacher number 300 and say something like RST, say something like, science. So experience is 3 years and I got the same data. Are you following me? This also. With respect to what I called? Object I called. How many ways are there to call the static method? Number 1, class name. Number 2, object name. The same thing you can call with respect to one more important concept that will come across to you very regularly. That is called a nameless object concept that I already said. Once again, I will show you for this 4.py. 4.py. Let us copy this now. 4.py. Here I am going to write it. I will go for writing h1 is equal to, simply I will write what? HYD of. I'll remove that. Here also I will call it as what? HYD dot. Here also I will remove HYD dot. Calling by using what? Nameless object. Nameless object. Nameless object I can say. Nameless object I can say. Here I am writing nameless object. Here I will write nameless object. Right. Try to run this. Say here 100. So here I am writing KVR. But say here 0.0. Number is called 200 RS. Next is called 200, 300, 250. Next is called something like Anil. Next is called subject is called what? HTML. Say something like 4. I'm getting the data as it is like earlier, which is called what? Nameless object. Nameless object. How I called this one? Very, very important. Very, very important. Now I will go to which method is you called? Class name, object name. Which method I called? Static method. So overall together, class level method you can call with respect to class name, object name also. Class level method also you can call class name and object name. Static method also with respect to class name, object name. Instance method only to be called with respect to OBJ. You cannot call with respect to class name. Understand? So overall together, any method of Python can be called with respect to object. That's why 100% of the methods people will call with respect to object name only. Okay now? Let us move to the further online students. So next part I'm going to introduce with respect to class name. I called it one more way I want to call with interconnection I want to establish. Careful. Now I am going to call it as static method example 4 ID 4 dot. Now I'll go to the 5.py. 5.py. I can stop with this, but I don't want. So I will say this part also. What are all the situations got in the project development? I want to tell you all the ways in the class. Carry this, put it into this place. Here I'm going to write it. Here I'm going to take up static method example 5.py. Under that, here I'm writing, this is a static method. In this class, I am writing at the rate what I am writing, class method I am writing. DE of RECV object, receive object, CLS, comma, OBJ, comma, OBJ info, say pass. Which method I am calling? RECV object I am calling. RECV object is calling what method? Static method. Which method is calling which method? Class method is calling the static method. So go to the place here, calling single method called static method. How you need to call? I'm not calling static method now. Which method I am calling? This method, call receive method I am calling. How do you call it? Here I am calling receive method. This I am going to call it as what? HYD dot, HYD dot, HYD dot. Because every class method to be called with respect to class name, you know. Calling what method? Class level method. Class level method. By using which name? By using which name? Class name. By using class name. Class name. Here I am writing calling class level method by using class name. Class name. Calling class level method by using class name. Okay. HYD I wrote it. EOSOTO got it. Enter into this place. This part is going to take up what here? Come on, how the flow is? How the flow is? Take little here. HYD. How it is going to be taking here? In this place you take it. Here I'm going to take it. The CLS will receive what? HYD. EO will be received in where? OBJ. And this data is called what? Employee received in where? OBJ info. This class method will pass the data in turns to whom? Display object info. Display object info is which method? So which method is calling which method? Class method is calling what? How do you call it now? HYD dot. Already you have seen the class name. In place of the class name, what I can call? CLS dot. Display object info. What I will pass? OBJ comma OBJ info calling. What is that now? Static method from which level method? Class level method. Class level method with respect to CLS. CLS. That is nothing but a class name only. So static method can be called by using what? Class name, object name, CLS also you can call. Wonderful. Run. Super. 100. ROM 1.2. Number 200. Rajesh. Something student. Say number is called 300. So Ramesh. So see here. See and say 4. Got the data. Perfect. Any way output is coming. Are you following me? How I called with? How I called with? How I called with? Class method is calling static method by using what? CLS. Extraordinary. So it is called what? Class method is calling what? Static method. Done. One more example. Clear? Huh? Confusion? Huh? Clear? Online students. Clear? Huh? Confusion? Huh? Quickly. Are you doing meditation or taking snacks or what, students? Quickly. Answer it. Clear? Now, no doubt in that. This is a complicated, much stuff is there. So, I want to take up next one. Static method example 6.py. Static method example 6.py. Come to this place. Here I am taking 6.py. 6.py. Take this example. See this. Coming to this 6.py. Go to the place. 6.py. What I am using now? What I am using now? Class method I will remove. When I remove the class method, it is which method? Instance method. But I wrote what here? CLS. No problem. Any problem? Any method is taking CLS, that is a class method? Huh? No. Any method preceded with @ class method, that is called what? Class level method. Only CLS, if you look at, that is not a class level method. It is which method? Instance method only. Instance method only. Instance method. Now instance method must be called with respect to what name? Object name. But you are calling with respect to what? Here only will get error. You are feeling that it is which method? For example, you are feeling it is a class level method. Class level, how do you feel? By seeing CLS, you are feeling it is a class level method. Class level method is how you need to call class name. You are calling with respect to the class name. Error will come. Look at that. See that now. Enter the data. 100 RS 2.3 200. Say something like ER and say number 300 and say something like RW. Subject is Python and say here 5. Error. Which error? What is that now? HYD.REC object missing one required positional argument. What is missing? What is missing? Here it is missing. You are passing HYD. HYD is not an object. That is self is missing. Self is missing. So how do you do that? How do you do that? After all, we'll write it. What is this now? What is this now? Nameless object. Calling what method? Instance method. By what? Nameless object. It is an object only. Why I create nameless object? I don't interest to store the data in the object. That's why nameless object. So by using what object? Nameless object. Nameless object. Nameless object. So nameless object. Nameless object. Done. Nameless object. Now you see what is this? I will write it. Let it be CLS, no problem. CLS, no problem. CLS will receive what? Current object reference. So CLS is called CLS. CLS act as self. So calling which method? Static method. From which method? Instance method. Instance method by using by using what is CLS? Self run 100 RS 4.5 number 500, say some DE, say number 400 KVR Python. So 12 got the data. What is the CLS? Is it a class name or self? Happily see the output, got the data, go to the place. So by seeing the CLS, one should not feel that it is like that. For your better understanding, go forward self. That's all with respect to what here self. Self. So problem? Huh? Problem? Because whenever you make anything like that, I used to get one incident one of the journey. What is that incident? I will tell you after this program is over. Water bottle. Huh? After drinking, you put it in the bag. Now, why it is running in the ground level? Huh? Huh? So coming to the point back, here I say enter employee number 300. So something like Rajesh. So here 4.5. Number is called 400. Now you'll say something like Ram. So next is called what you know? 400. Anita. Teacher. Subject social studies. Social experience maybe 10 years. So I got the data. Perfect data. I got it. Another teacher is there or not, I don't know. Ranjit, sir, Saturday holiday. No. He's always asking peculiar doubts. So, Anita, are you there, mom? Teacher, are you there? So this is the data got it. One day, sir, okay. We take holiday. Why? Who said that something? And sir give holiday means happy. If you take holiday means you will feel I'm bunking the class. So coming to the point of it. So don't have the time to study. Okay. Don't have the time to study. Okay. So I have a lot of time to study. Do you have time to study? Don't have? You have. Okay. Studying daily. Not studying. What are you doing now? Huh? Coming to the point of it. Your explanation is clear, but this app is not clear. Your voice is moving fast than video, sir. See, what can I do, mom? See, this is my subject. So, okay. Come to the point of it. I'm going to have even, okay, tomorrow I'll tell you. Come to the point of it. Is it understandable? This is one thing. How I called it with respect to what? Self. One more example, last example. Last rule I am saying. How many ways are there to call static method? Class name, object name, CLS, self. One more example I am going to show. Wonderful. 7.py. Sir, why are you showing all these examples? We are getting confused. You get confused, but I want to tell what is my talent in Python. So you may get confused, but try to use all these things you will come across in your industry. Go. Take it. Take this entire thing. Go to this. Look at. Problem. Still water bottle is in the ground. There now, not there, boys. It is there inside bag. What happens is, once maybe 2 years back, no, last year, Sankranti time, only alone. My family members went to home already, and I want to go to Hyderabad to my native place, AP. While I am going, I went to CVS. Morning time I booked a ticket. Night time no ticket. I went to CVS. There, after going there, that is 4 o'clock. Early morning, 4 o'clock. From CVS, one bus was there. There I booked it. So beside me, there was one person is sitting. Here I am sitting. Here another person is sitting. He brought something in the cover. And that cover is so irritating sound is coming. Early morning, peace of mind is there. Sleeping. He brought some cover, right? A big cover he brought it. And something is there in the cover that is not transparent. It is closed only. And when you touch the cover, it is giving lot of sound. Have you seen that? When you put like that, lot of sound will irritating sound that is. I don't know what he brought it. Bus started. Everybody is sleeping. What face I have seen on that I don't know. He sat with me and he's taking that cover. He's taking something. He's eating and putting the cover and again putting in the bag. A very big cover, this much. That cover, whenever he take it, it's lot of sound is coming. He can eat continuously and he will finish it off. For every 10 minutes, he will take it and he will eat. He was eaten 4 o'clock onwards up to 5:30. What is there inside, I don't know. I'm unable to bear it. I said one thing to that guy. If you want to eat completely. I'll tell to driver, stop the bus. He want to eat finally. For every 10 minutes, he's making noise of that cover sound is so irritating sound. Finally, he said, oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, I will not eat. He put that 7 o'clock he is telling to me, 7 o'clock I will eat. Okay, 7 o'clock he will eat. He will stop for breakfast. That time he will eat. So he stopped eating. And when he is, after eating, he's taking the hand and he's saying like that, he's saying. Putting on everybody. Finally, I looked for any other seat. It is the reservation bus that is. And 7 o'clock over. We went out. Again, cover brought it. He brought cover. Again started eating. Outside, okay, no problem. I asked, he said, he's laughing at me. So he's asking, what do you ate at breakfast? He's asking me, what I ate, what do you eat? I said to him, I ate puri, I said. He's asking, is puri is good here? He's asking. And he want to eat puri also again. How much he eat, I don't know. Again, he went. That also. 2 innings over 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock. What is digestive system is really great person. Finally, he almost so much distance he traveled. And finally, only 10 kilometers before he get down the bus. That time, I felt relaxed. Still 10 kilometers is there. What relax is there? Morning onwards, no sleep, no patience, no peace of mind. All of them are peace of mind only because of this cover like that. That's why water bottle sound is also irritating sound. Don't do that. So, come to the point. Now, come to this place. Now, coming to this now, I'm going to use it. This part, the moment when you read the data, I'm going to take out students example. The moment when you read student data, immediately I want to display student data, employee data. Read employee data. Immediately you display what data? Which data? Employee data. I want to read employee data. Immediately I want to display employee data. So instance method of one class want to call static method of what? Another class. Static method of another class. Instance method of one class want to call static method of another class. The moment when you read EMP data, it is coming to this EMP data. From here, I want to call which data? Static method I want to call. How do you call? Static method, how do you call? How do you call? Display method I want. Display obj info I want to call. Of each class? How do you call? Come on. HYD dot. HYD dot. Come on. Display obj info. What to pass? Earlier, what you have passed it? What you have passed it? EO, SO, TO. Now, what should I pass it here? Come on. What should I pass it? What should I pass it? Self. What is self? Object. Which object? EO dot you said. EO is there in where? Self. Self comma. Which one this is? Employee. Beautiful. This is called calling the static method from another class through instance method. Beautiful. Earlier called what? Inside the class only called, but I can call from different class I can call. It is very, very important. These are all. Similarly, go to that. How do you call it now? Here also. I will display. I will display. How do you call? What is this now? Student. Student. How do you call this one? Here I will call. How do you call? Of what? Teacher. Super. Run this now. What a beautiful subject. 100. Who's that? Ranjit. Ranjit. So salary is called what do you know? 9.9. So got Ranjit data. Ranjit data got it. Student number 300. Student name Aditya. Aditya. Aditya data got it. Aditya data. Ranjit. Sir, I want 24 lakhs. But listen the Saturday class also. So 24 lakhs if you want, you need to do how much hard work students? Daily, monthly 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs getting in India is really good now. Is it necessary to go to US and all? No need. No need. So come on, teacher number. You need to listen on Saturday class also. 24 lakhs means Saturday also need to listen. Next, enter teacher number. So here 500. Okay, teacher name, something like, I'll write it. Seema. Subject is called Python. Python. Experience is 4 years. I got teacher information also. Reading and displaying, reading and displaying. See, where is the, any task is given, you will do like anything. How many rules I said? By looking at it, if you look at instance method, class method, static method. Instance to instance I said, instance to class I said, instance to what I said, static method. Next I said what? Class to class I said, class method to what I said, instance method, and what? Class method to what? Static method I said. Next I said what? Static to static I said, static to class I said, and static to what I said? Instance I said. How I said? With respect to object name, with respect to self, with respect to class name, object name, self, CLS. Class name, object name, CLS, self. Here 2, here 2, here 4, here 4. 4, 4, 4, 10, 10 with what? 3. So many communication channels I said. If we put all together, oops is simple. These many rules, you take any student, nothing they know. Do you think these things known outside? Impossible. So students coming to the place, here I am getting. So see this. This is about which type of methods? Hmm. Hmm. Hemnath Sai is there. He want 44 lakhs. So come on to the point. Ah, okay. Good. Good student. Now I will go to the further. Now time is 7:41. I'm just feeling that 10 minutes back I came to the class. Are you feeling like that? Are you feeling 3 hours? 10 minutes back. I'm just really feeling just 10 minutes back I came to the class. Fully involved with the static method. Now come to the topic now. Static method you see. Static method. Read out the static method now. Come on, static method, read out. Static method. See the 4 points with how many examples. Static methods are used for performing universal operation or utility. Static methods definition must be preceded with a predefined decorator called @class static method. It never takes CLS, never takes CLS, but always takes objects of other classes, employee, student, teacher. Once you know programming, concept is easy. It is a concept, not theory. Theory is what? Baseless. In Himalaya, some corner, something is there. Have you seen it? If you believe it, will you believe? No, I don't want to believe. If we really show, then I believe. So theory different, concept different. But people don't know. They'll say both of them. In PhD, theory different. Theory is a baseless. Concept is a practical oriented. So static method syntax, @static method, DEF, static method name, list of formal params. Under that, block of statements do utility operation. Static methods accessed with respect to class name, object name, CLS, self, all the things I said. Actually, I can finish my topic by saying class name dot. Over I can say, but why I did not make it complete? Why I did not? Because some happy is required for the teacher. Okay, today I taught everything to my student. Whether student read or not, that is your headache. If I don't teach perfectly subject, I'll get tension in my head. If I teach everything, I'll relax. Okay, today I taught good to my students. If you don't read, what can I do? Any mechanism is there to make you to read? If I keep a hostel, if you are my ward in the hostel, definitely morning to evening, I'll be along with you only. Open the notes. Wherever you go, open the notes. Going to mess, Python book is in the hand. Everywhere else, Python book. Coding, coding, coding. That's all. Once you get the job, no need to read because in office only you will upgrade by yourself. So getting job is only important. Okay. Any of students, today you understood. So coming to that, Aditya Gupta is saying, sir, static method is a little bit complicated than other methods. So for me, it is all of them same. So this is Python is dead easy. If we go to Java now, compared to Java, Python is just 2%. Java is 98%. So what people teach us Java in training institute, by seeing that I will get some, what they are teaching, I will get some time. So let it be. Anyhow, come to the point. Anybody know Java here? Even if you know, you will not open your mouth because you will ask something like, okay, students, this is done. Come to the point back. Syntax for defining a class. Tell me, inside a class, things to present. What are those? Data members completed. Methods also completed. Now, I will go to that next class. I'll go to what, index. Index, where is the index? Go to the index here. Index of oops. This is done. Important syntax defining methods. Examples. Object also created. And there I will talk separately about it. Already object is parallel. Programming examples related to pickling, unpickling, database communication with classes and object. Tomorrow class I will tell you. Tomorrow class I'll go for programming example. Still extra example. Today I said what? Rules related communication. I'll talk about problem solving related things. I will tell you. And after that, I'll go for constructor. Constructors, I will go for it. So tomorrow, this example. Pickling, unpickling completed? Not completed. Database communication completed. Okay, that I will take care. Pankaj Gautam, sir, when start Raksha Bandhan holiday? Okay, holiday required? Not required. Not required. So, not required. No holiday. Because it is not a college, first of all. It is not a school. It's not a school. It is not a college. It is not a government organization. This is 24 hours running organization. No holidays here. Only for big festivals, there is a holiday. Other than that, completely. For Raksha Bandhan is concerned, why holiday? If you have sister, they'll come night time after the class. You read well, get more salary, give 1 month salary to her. That is called celebrating real Raksha Bandhan. Giving holiday, not Python, learning, no salary. Sister is keeping Rakhi. And what money you will give? Will you say, Python, I don't know what to do, sister? I like that. Not like that. No holiday, working day only. So, students, Sriram, sir, will you teach Java again? Java again means no. I don't want to teach to students. Students no, because students are danger these days. Because if I say Java, they'll say pronounce something different. So that much talented people are not there these days. Python you learn. Java side, don't touch. Go to this side. Okay, now don't worry about it. So I'm not going to. I left my the Java left means it doesn't mean that it is gone. I'm not taking Java classes. I'll be with Python only. Okay, ma? Fine. So let us stop the class. And tomorrow class, I'll go for pickling and unpickling. Right. Have you attended any time online class? Offline students, have you attended online class anytime? In your home and all? Anytime attended? Are you comfortable? Not comfortable. Why? Not comfortable. Okay. So offline only will comfortable. Seema, will you teach Django? 100% what is that? Django is easy. Simple. So very, very easy that is. MVT architecture is there. In our servlets in Java, MVC architecture. In Python, MVT architecture. That is ORM models we have to explain perfectly. That is the Django project in real time. Anyhow, so we'll stop the class and don't miss tomorrow class. Very, very important. This concepts I'll explain. Thank you, students. All the best. Online students, if any doubts are there, you hold on. I'll clarify. Anita.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Tell me.
Sir, yesterday you said yesterday record class you will send that admin will send us so that record video not come to me, sir.
Mm, okay. So problem you have with yesterday's class.
Yes, sir. To join in the WebEx, sir, it takes a lot of time, sir, for me.
Okay. I'll tell them to keep that yesterday's notes, yesterday's thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Next, Tulasi.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Tell me.
So also I have the same problem due to some issue. I reconnect the class in between the instance method and the class method. So after that, I did not get the class method details. And also I had a request sent to the team for the yesterday recordings, but they don't provide. So
So I'll tell them today they will keep it.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right now. Okay, students, take care and don't miss the classes. Tomorrow, very, very important. Don't miss the sessions.